Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues, Everton nil, Brentford nil. Another dull performance by Everton, another chance missed to get all 3 points in a game that was kind of given to us. Just before we get into this reaction, like, comment, subscribe. Let's try and hit 900 subs. That would be great, honestly. I've been trying to hit 1,000 for ages, but obviously effort works both ways, and I haven't made as much effort with this channel. But moving past that, it is Everton, isn't it? It's just, it is. This is just this is Everton Football Club at this current time. There's a lot of people out there calling DYCHE for the sack. I've just got to say, be careful what you wish for. You know, a lot of these players haven't proven themselves, and we've got a few little players in there and there who should be, maybe, if DYCHE hasn't got a leash on them in a sense, um, that, you know, they could be doing better and whatnot. But we don't know that. This is Everton Football Club again. We need reminding of this, and it's a different situation this than any other regular season. And it has been like that for the past few seasons, knowingly that we're moving into a stadium, um, which is massive for us, and you know, is something that we should look for in the future. And I'm not trying to come in and give excuses for that dismal performance. You know, a couple of chances in the second half when Brentford are down to 10 men, which is not a red card. Like, any Brentford fans come on here, or any fan in general, and Everton fans, if you're telling me that's a red card, the game is gone. The game is gone. It's a contact sport. The guy's going to score a goal. Norgard. It's ridiculous. And yeah, he catched him on the knee. And obviously, if Pickford got injured, I'd be fuming. But to still tell me that I should change my mind if Pickford did get injured and out all season, that's a red card, it's nonsense to me. It's absolutely nonsense. And it's still embarrassing that this is the top league of football. This is the most popular sport in the whole world. This is one of the best leagues in the top sport in the whole world. And the rules are just fucking crazy. Like, to me, they're just ridiculous to another level. Um, and we didn't take advantage of that. You know, we have these decisions go against us a lot, and we haven't taken advantage of it yet again. Second game, 0-0. Fantastic to get clean sheets. You know, at the same time, with DYCHE having a leash on these players aren't finishing their chances. It's simple as that. You know, we didn't create massive chances today. Um, you know, Calvert-Lewin, a flick on from just going against shot in the first half. Flecking fantastic reactions. You just can't do anything about that. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. You know, realistically, he should have probably saved that because it's the speed that had come at him, even though it's close to him. But still, great stop. And Calvert-Lewin can't do nothing in that moment. Calvert-Lewin's run through and goal. Um, Shot near post. You know, you can fool the keeper by doing that. At the end of the day, it wasn't an easy chance. But normally on one-on-ones, Calvert-Lewin's absolutely terrible. Probably one of the worst strikers in the league in terms of one-on-ones. Um, you know, Brentford had half chances there and there. They had a big chance with Wissa through and goal. Pickford, great save. Um, and we had another half few chances there and there. And then the second half was barely anything. You know, Mikalenko smashing over the bar. Beto, terrible header. It's a terrible header. It's a God. You know, a lot of people going on about swap Beto for DCL, blah blah, all this kind of stuff. We forgot that Beto isn't a great finisher himself. He has these moments like that. To me, I don't care how fat you've got to be as a Premier League footballer, getting that on target, them edits. I'm sorry, you've got to. Um, yeah, the chances come very rarely. Um, in the second half for Everton, it was poor. You know, like I said, most of the game with 10 men. And to be honest with you, with Everton, that's probably the worst scenario you could probably give them, is having a team who wouldn't sit back, and I wouldn't say they fully sat back, because Brentford are Brentford. They are assured of their identity. But you know, they still sat back a bit to the point where it made it hard for us to break them down, because we are not a great attacking side. You know, you can throw anyone in there you want. Past few years, you've got players there who are performing at other teams now. These players aren't doing it attackingly wise, so defensively fine. Um, how much you want to blame this on Dyche or not? We've got 25 shots yet. Half of them are probably long ranges and whatnot. Um, but you've got to be careful what you wish for. At the end of the day, we're not losing these games, and a lot of these, times we've been in relegation battles, I've gone, I just wish we picked up points in games that we've lost 1-0 or 2-0, breakaway goal, whatever, or just lost these games where we're still picking up points. It's not great. This December run we have at the moment, we're all terrified of it. You know, we're normally terrible in December anyway in recent years, and sorry, his hair's got in my face. We're normally terrible in December anyway, and we've got all these hard fixtures coming up, which we shouldn't win, but we do tend to perform, and we do tend to get some results or some points in these games, and it's not the end of the world. Um, Normally we look at it the end of the world for Everton every season, the past recent ones, and we've come out of it. So I've got to keep that belief in there. Um, other teams around us are picking up wins and now, which is not ideal, but we've got to focus on us. And Dicey said 1 win from 8, but the football has been fucking terrible for all of it. And there's games there that if we actually, if he loosened up a little bit with his tactics and whatnot, we'll be getting something from these games. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. I feel like some Evertonians out there asking for too much, and this is not me trying to argue against our own fan base, but I think we need to be realistic. You know, we've got and Dye's got real good potential, and he's showcased it a lot in some of these games and whatnot. Um, but he's not a one-man team. You've got other players. Tim Imabru, who's obviously out today. He's fairly new to first team top league football, so he showcased very good stats at the start of the season. But these players relatively are new to this team and system, and like Lindstrom's still too weak for me. Um, you know, I just don't know what we expect. To be honest, it's terrible football. Probably shouldn't be paying for it. They should literally be letting us watch this for free, um, because it is diabolical. Maybe that is, this shouldn't be an excuse for how bad the football is. Um, but I don't know what's more essential right now is for us to stay in this league, pick up points, even though this game is something that we should be picking up 3 points. West Ham 0-0, terrible. West Ham was terrible. We was equally as terrible. The Southampton game, luck didn't go our way, still terrible. Probably deserved to get beat when you look at the performance, but we could have come out of there with a point um, against at this moment the time of relegation uh, competitor. Um, I just don't know what more. I don't know what we expect to get someone to come in and then play great football and win some games. That's ideally the ideal scenario for any football team. But Everton Football Club, who have been fucking shit for a number of years and done nothing, then just be fighting at the bottom part of the table. I'm not a massive fan of Dyche. I've already gave my opinions on him several times. It's not probably going to change. To me, he's not going to be long term Everton manager. There's people thinking that we're going to go down if he's still in charge. I don't know. You know, we have. You're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to judge it in January, start of the new year, and see where we're at then for this December course. Ideally we should have won today because it's tough fixtures coming up, but it doesn't mean we're not gonna get any points from these fixtures. And we might get a win there and there. We've said this before and it's come out a different way. So we've got all agreements and disagreements at the starting lineup. Um, I don't. It's fucking hard to care that much anymore because these players you want in will not perform for you. Most of the time, most of these players are very inconsistent. The positive you can take today is we've kept another clean sheet. That creates confidence, hopefully, at some point for players to go. We can trust the defensive line and our central midfielders. and we could be a bit more proactive going forward. Now, if that's a choice between the players doing that themselves or Dyche, who fucking knows? Probably Dyche. Um, but wins do need to start coming on the board because we haven't won in four now. Obviously, the points and what we started at the start of the season isn't great. Um, but there's a lot of these type of games that we would have lost in other seasons, and we have lost. And um, you know, we're still tough to beat, which is a thing which is kind of number one to be successful is to be tough, to beat the first, and then you can focus on other areas. Now, how long it's taken to fucking focus on all these other areas isn't ideal for us because we're lingering around 16th, 17th at the moment, and it's all the teams are winning, taking a few more risks, and maybe we have to. I don't know, but at the end of the day, these players need to start taking more of their opportunities because they're not doing it. They're not doing it, and I can't wait. Even though I have no idea what Bro is going to be like, and you see snippets of him in recent seasons for other teams and Chelsea and whatnot. It's just a fresh face. Chimity, looked really, really up for it in pre-season. He could be an unsung hero. He could be someone who bags a few goals, provides you with something else. I haven't seen too much to him to make me excited at all, but he looked really bright in pre-season and hasn't featured, and he's got these two other options waiting in the pipeline. Um, obviously Bro's a bit more established, but I just, even though I would rather be further up the league at the moment and, feel a bit more comfortable going into December, for some reason I'm just not feeling as panicky as other seasons. Maybe just like I said, we're at least getting some points in these games. But of course, wins need to come from somewhere. Um, Yeah, poor game. Football. I'm glad I didn't go, to be honest. I was debating on going and it's kind of worked out in itself. I've only seen the highlights of it. I don't even know if it showed Michael chance, but I knew that was a big chance in a game. So we had 25 shots or something to their 59% possession, which is something like you never see for Everton. But um, obviously that's because Brentford had a man down. But I wouldn't have been surprised if we still lost that game when it's been handed to us on a plate, really. Um, and Brentford haven't picked up, I think, a point away from home this season as well. And I said at home they've been really good, and away they've been bad. And also, I think I said in my match preview they haven't even they've conceded, I think, in every game nearly, or they've conceded 22 and scored 22, and then they come out and they're the most entertaining team in the league, you could say, and they come out with this with a 0-0 against Everton. Just it's typical Everton Football Club. Um, yeah, but what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I can't. Where's the money going to come from? Sack and Dice. What I can't see. What's the point? Who's going to come in and make things better? And is it guaranteed? I'd rather just stay safe, even though it's fucking hard to watch, and we probably should get some compensation for watching this shower of shite. Um, But I couldn't think of anything worse of going down with the new stadium coming off. I think the banter's been strong with us over the years anyway, from other clubs in the league and just football fans in general. We've become a laughing stock, and I do not want it to end like that. Um, so yeah, we need to obviously start picking up wins, but it is what it is at the moment. Nothing really angers me, or I'm not getting stressed because it's still relatively early in the season. Um, it's like one third of the season gone, and it couldn't have been better and it could have been worse because of the football we've played. You'd be surprised how many points you've picked up because of that. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay as positive as I can, even though this is not normally the case. But um, I just think there's more damage done getting rid of Dice, even though I'm not a fan of Dice, and I think next season maybe we should make that decision. I can't say that right. If we stay up, which is obviously the number one thing right now. I don't know why we want more and more when I don't think we've got the platform to give that. Maybe a bit better than what it is being, but it's a risk. to me, it's a risk I'd rather not take. But that's not up to me. Um, and there's a lot of fans agree and disagree. We're all Everton fans at the end of the day. We all want the best for our club, but um, that's just my general view on at the moment. There's no point me going on about what Dyche does wrong at Everton Football Club. I've gone on about it many a times. The lineups, many a times, wrong lineups, this, and that. It's the same old shit. He might as well just watch my other videos. Um, Nothing will change him. He's stubborn, and he's going to be as positive as he can with every game. He's got to find something positive from it. So we're not in the camp. We don't know what it's like. We don't know what the players are like with the manager and the relationship and everything. We just have to go by what we're seeing, and obviously it's not great. So we are missing a number of players still, though. Yeah, people do forget that we're still missing the likes of James Garner. Like I said, Tim Emberhuman, Patterson's coming back. Um, Obviously on the bench today, Coleman's missing, who is an important figure still at this club, despite what people think that he shouldn't probably still be playing for us at this point. Um, and yeah. So that's my reaction to the game. I might do a little video in the midweek. I just want my thoughts are um, with the season, how it's going, and just any other news coming up because I do need to be more frequent on here with my videos and that. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all for the next video.